Pasqualione's remarkable experiments have shown that we can change and restructure our brain anatomy simply by using our imaginations.
One of the things I became interested in is the question of how do the maps change when you simply think of things, when you don't do anything other than thinking. We took normal subjects and we set them in front of a piano and asked them to learn to do a 5-finger movement exercise. They just had to go from thumb to little finger, back to thumb, back to little finger at a given rate. And we found that over these 5 days of practice, the part of the brain that controls finger flexions got larger and larger and larger. But we had another group of subjects who simply sat in front of the piano and imagined themselves moving. And we made sure that they did not move, but simply mentally rehearsed the actions. What we found in them is that the brain changed in exactly the same way as in those that actually physically practice. So the idea is that just thinking will change your brain. And what that ultimately means is that one needs to be careful with what one thinks.
This beautiful experiment complements the work of Nobel Prize-winning psychiatrist Eric Kandel, who showed that thinking actually turns on genes inside neurons to form new connections between brain cells. And this idea is further complemented by brain scans which show that psychoanalytic, cognitive, and other psychotherapies also change the brain structure through the use of thought alone.
I think we're now learning that in fact, the brain is changing all the time, that the brain is changing with everything we think, with everything we experience, and that plasticity is an intrinsic property of the brain. And it's not something you can switch on and switch off. It's simply there. And so the challenge is to learn enough about it so that you can guide the changes.